We're good? We're live. All right.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
Hello and welcome to Grand-Bornand, where we're here for the SRS Ozone edition, the fourth SRS of the season. I'm Tarquin Cooper. I'm here with amazing Millie Wallace.
Hello. Well, welcome. Stoked to be here with you.
And we're already, it's half an hour in, so the task started actually 35 minutes ago. So should we give a little update on what's going on? We've got a 75 kilometre task. And just to put us on the map, Grand-Bornand, we're south of Geneva, we're east of Annecy, and that's where pilots are heading today. We've got 125 pilots in the air, 14 female pilots, and they're kind of on the way. They're moving fast. Do you want to give us a little update on the weather? How's the aerology at the moment?
Yeah, look, we had a lot of clouds today, so we didn't know how that was going to function, if it was going to shadow things out, but it seems like right about the time they started the task, the clouds lifted. And it seems that they're able to kind of surf those clouds down these ridge lines, and they're headed towards Annecy. They probably have a view of Annecy Lake at this moment from their live feeds. So
they'll be looking pretty closely at the lake because one of the fears was the wind, but I think it's okay. I think the wind there's strong winds forecast, but at a much higher level at altitude, wasn't it?
Yep. And the clouds definitely were cooking pretty good this morning, but they definitely settled as far as wind. So I think they picked a really good time for the task committee. They picked I think the best window for the day today. So
yeah. And so they are off to Lake Annecy. They're crossing Lake Annecy, and then it's to Roc de Boeuf. And from there, they tag that turn point, and then it's back to the Aravis chain, which you can kind of see is kind of behind here. It's amazing 35 kilometer long ridge line, absolute flying paradise. I was talking to James Ormond last night, who's been living here for 40 odd years and flying here, really passionate, just saying what an amazing area this is. And in fact, they used to host comps here a lot more than they did, and it's having a bit of a resurgence. The sport,
yeah.
He said it kind of almost died like 20 years ago. There were only like 3 people in the club, and now it's up to sort of 300.
Yeah, and I ended up picking up some people when I had to go pick people up at the chairlift, and he lives in Annecy, and he says he comes up here every weekend. Instead of flying in Annecy, he'd rather come up here and fly.
I think that we're going to see this place becoming more and more popular, especially because of that. Annecy getting super, super busy and hectic. And so, here we are. And the meet director actually is Steve Senior, and he won here way back in 1999.
Yeah,
so he's
very
back
cool.
as meet director. So let's have a look at the live feed where we're at. So let's have a look at the lead gaggle, and we should mention some of the pilots who we've got here actually. Very interesting. If you have a look at the pilot list, we have none other than Baptiste Lambert, who is taking part with his dad Cyril. Cyril's here as well. They're competing as a team.
Pretty cool father-son duo.
It's not the first time. I think we've had father-son. We've had Brett and his son. Mark has competed. I think Bruce Goldsmith as well has competed with his son.
Yeah, tons of times. Yeah.
So it's not completely unheard of. It's quite cool.
But I think we're getting that zone now where the ages of fathers to sons are now at that point where they can all be at the same skill levels doing stuff, which is cool.
Oh, I think the sons are doing better, aren't they?
So.
I think
starting to kick those dads and leaving them in the dust. I know, like James said, local James, his son's now outflying him and leaving him in the dust, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, they do at that age. I mean, they learn so fast. Slightly different, but my son, he's like 21. I took him climbing, and the first time I was showing him how to do it, a week later, just absolutely
rallying it.
Rapidly.
That's awesome.
Killing me. So a way to follow this race, so if you're watching here on Paragliding Live, is have a browser open that's also SRS Live. Looking at the leaderboard, we've got, Monsieur Baptiste Lambert. Unsurprisingly, he's pretty much within that lead gaggle, and they chose to follow pretty much the course line direct, staying south of this major ridge line running down towards Annecy. There was a few kind of hopped over onto the other side, maybe hoping to get a little bit of convergence or benefit from these, a little bit of north in the wind. they're making good progress, but no one's super high. Around, no one's higher than 2,500. I think they're going to say what cloud base today was going to build to about 3,000.
Yeah, something not super high, and then if they went too high, then the winds aloft start to get a little bit aggressive. So it seems it'll be interesting to see. They split that ridge line and to see who comes down and where that finish line is to the next waypoint, and which decision was the right one or better one, right?
So interestingly, I saw Baptiste earlier, and he said, he's kind of taking it easy. He's not here, to win, although he sort of obviously is. But he's here on behalf of his sponsor, Ozone. So he said he'd turn up and have fun. And but interestingly, he's not in a photon. He thought he'd give the others he sort of said give him a sporting chance.
I love that.
Yeah, so he's in a Delta.
Challenge himself with the Delta a little bit too, and
so that's funny. So I think we should be seeing one of the live streams at the moment. You should be seeing we've got up to 10 pilots in the air at one time. So let's check.
You might have some on glides. You might be catching some thermals. But the really cool thing about the SRS and the way it's set up, it's not necessarily do you need to win every day. You just need to be consistent every day, and that's going to add up.
Come here. It's not often we have the
Lucho.
Hey, Lucho. So give us a little update on the day. How is it up there?
It is looking amazing. If you can see, they are already crossing the lake. This is really crazy. We are a little bit concerned if we have people landing on the other side of the lake. It's going to be very nice for the retrieve.
Yes.
But it's looking beautiful. We have an amazing day. Light winds, as we said yesterday. We think it's the best day of the week considering the wind forecast. But it's looking good for the first day.
Yeah, cool. Where's cloud base today?
Cloud base is about 3,000 and something meters, but I think keeping it under 3,000 is the best option because of the strong winds.
But the upper layer. The upper layer winds were like really quite high. It's like much higher, like 4,000.
But weather is weather.
Yep.
No, we are really happy with the forecast today.
What's your prediction of first pilot in goal?
If you see, Baptiste is showing us why he's the world champion.
Yeah, he's looking solid out there.
Yeah, he's in front, really high, crossing the optimal line over the La Tournette, which he has two. You see, there are two leading goggles.
He definitely picked the better line.
Yes, the one that went a little bit north, a little bit lower. He went using the La Tournette in the backside, which is really beautiful.
Why would pilots be going on the north side? Do you think the benefit from the wind?
I don't know. It's a line that works really good, so they can go a little bit lower, and for sure they were the terrain is a bit lower there. Maybe those that they were not trusting La Tournette.
Yeah.
But the ones that know went through La Tournette, I know.
Okay. So a little bit of local knowledge might be helping today.
I think you see Baptiste doing his thing there.
Yeah.
And then it should be working really well on the chain behind on the RV.
Actually, hopefully we don't have so many pilots in the other side. It looks like we're going to have a massive cold today. So.
Yeah, get the turnaround and tailwind it back. That'll be
beautiful
nice.
to have a first day with the eyes of the people.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cheers,
happy
Lucho.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
See you later. Ciao.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Glad we caught him for a second there. He was still catching his breath from running around. But it looks like we're just getting the first pilot. One just reached over the top of the lake now. So we're going to have some crossings going on.
They're going pretty fast, I'm just looking at this.
I'm a little surprised at how quick they've made it to the lake, to be honest with you. So they've either got really nice lift and they're just being able to push bar and those clouds are feeding them and they're not having to turn a lot. When I was looking at the live footage from the pilots, it looks like most of them are just been on solid glide and haven't been having to do a lot of turns.
Just wondering if we can pull up speed. We can't see it here, it's not displayed, but some of the speeds aren't showing, unfortunately. But yeah, they're motoring along. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because Brett was saying last night, Brett Janaway, who's the series organizer, and he was saying that often when World Cup pilots come to SRS, and Baptiste is one of the seven, they don't do that well. Because they two reasons. One is they're used to this whole system of discards where you can drop one of your poor performing days. But also they're used to better glide ratios. So they used to being on full bar the whole time, and when they go full bar on EMC,
A little different.
yeah, it's a little different.
They got to make decisions based on the glider's abilities and readjust those calculations and stuff. So, but that shows their true skill set. If they can move up and down in different categories of gliders and still maximize that glider out and find the right lines, then that really shows a super solid, well-rounded pilot, you know? So it sounds like Baptiste is really
but to be
slaying it
fair,
with that delta.
He also said, you know, I'm not always flying an Enzo. He only flies an Enzo in comp.
Yeah, so that's good,
yeah,
you know,
so-
that he's not just only flying that he still flies other gliders and is staying current on everything, so. But yeah, it looks like he's just now crossing the lake.
Yeah, the middle of the lake.
And he pushed out in front, so he just kind of pushed out in front of those, he's got 2 or 3 people with him in tow.
Let's see who they are. So we've got the Dutch pilot Matthias Groeneveld, and we've got Luke Nicol. So he is another pilot to watch. He is, I believe, he's 4th in the overall rankings at the moment. Yeah, he is. So he'll be looking for a good result.
German speaking was on the.
And interesting, we've got like Nick Lloyd. He's up over here, and he's made he's like side cutting them right now. Like I don't know,
that's
like
wild. Where's
he
he
got some
here from?
cross
No,
breeze or
left
something. He
time,
crossed
it
up
was
higher
the
on that
thing I
north
can see
line
in
across the
English, so I
lake,
kept the radio.
and so he used
Just
some
to let you all
strategy
know.
with whatever winds were
When we
going on
launched
up there.
at
But
the camping
yeah, he's
location,
crisscrossing
German,
right
but
on
at the
over
team
to
they
that
don't
lead
speak
to meet the
English
lead
or
gaggle.
not.
So yeah, Nick Lloyd, he's got a height of, he's quite low, 1,450 meters, but he'll be looking to pick something up now that he's crossed the lake.
Yeah, because the lead gaggle looks
Okay,
like they're
so
around
that's good. Thank
1,700
you,
meters. Maybe 13 now that they've pushed across. So Nick actually has a little more altitude now than the lead gaggle. He might come in and crisscross. I don't know if this is the main one's updated.
Oh, they're all going to meet on the Rock Buff.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to meet.
That's going to be really cool
really
to
cool
hear
to
everyone
see.
talk about that one later at landing of which lines people took.
Okay, look, so there may be times where we have a little bit of internet lag, so sometimes our screen, so it looks like they've actually crossed the lake now.
Yeah, and my phone's got the more updated one, and Nick's, he came out in front of the lead gaggle.
Yeah.
So he's got a little
So the
and a
northern-
little more altitude than them.
So the northern line paid off.
Possibly. It looks like we've got a few more making that crossover by the castle, the chateau. That's going to be a nice view to cross over there.
And then the course line is basically due east, so it's going to be quite tricky before they get to the ROV, would you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've got a couple different peaks they're going to have to climb up through and think about calculating with whatever wind conditions they're all dealing with right there.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we're going to be live that long, are we? This is going to be a fast day.
I think so. I think it'll be really cool to see once they do get to that waypoint and make the turn to see if they're in a nice downwind push and what kind of speeds they're going to be pushing with. But hopefully we get a good day with lots of people in goal. What a good first day and morale and to get everybody excited.
That's what you want, isn't it, on a comp, you know, a really good first day, get that first day out of the way, because a lot of pilots were saying yesterday, it was a bit tricky, you know, they had strong winds. I was talking to a Kiwi pilot, and he was saying he had a forward speed of 10 kilometers an hour, strong winds, it was quite turbulent. James was also saying, you know, you really, you know, had to be on your hands, you know, and so one guy came down on reserve, but actually that was unfortunate. I think he caught his reserve
Said something
handle.
a handle got caught with a line, and
Yeah.
so pretty unfortunate. But
There was something on
I
the
mean,
wa-
imagine
it was
that
funny.
you're just flying along, all of a sudden, whoo, oh, reserve.
and the funny thing is, he came down near the church, and you know, the organisers are really hot. And this is important for anyone who wants to fly here. Is the landing field in the village of Grand-Bornand is now out. They don't want
it.
They don't want you
We
landing
want to
there.
be landing where we're at here.
And we are in Le Patois. Is that what it's
I
called?
believe so, yeah.
It's a sort
It's
of
a
field.
quick bus ride over. I guess the bus comes by once an hour and picks people up out of the landing zone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could get yourself in one of the school or tandem vans if they had some space too. So.
But yeah, the one in town, it was always advertised as kind of super windy in the afternoon when the valley breeze kicks in. It was always really only a morning landing. But then James was saying they built an ice rink there with a roof, and that just made it even more turbulent. And they had like loads of collapses and yeah.
So I'm sure some pilots might look at it and go, my skill set can do that no problem, but maybe newer pilots or stuff, maybe it's not so smart. So kind of knock it off for everybody. So.
Yeah. So if you are looking to fly here, go to Paragliding Map and just have a look, and it's the correct landing field that we can see just behind us is it's just to the sort of northeast of the town. Yeah. And looks pretty special, really. Nice big field, which is what you want. And
yeah. And the bus stop right there to pick you up.
And less affected by that valley breeze.
Yeah, so adds a little safety there. So, all right, so I've got the update here. Nick is still in the lead, but that lead gaggle is caught, and Baptiste has almost caught Nick now. So I think that it's going to get real tight from here.
Yeah, their distance to the next turn point is 1.8. Yeah, so they're two kilometers out from tagging the turn point.
And then the next strategy is, can they just tag that turn point and run, or are they going to have to tag and tank up?
Yeah, I think
based on like the ridge lines and stuff, and then to make that crossing back, because that's a pretty large by Dussard there. That's a pretty big open spot to have to make a big crossing across. So they've got to make sure they don't just bomb out right there, and they can get across to the next peaks.
Yeah, I mean, if they've only got an altitude at the moment of 1,400, you really want to get something high and make that have a lot of altitude before you go for that crossing.
Yeah, but it looks like the majority of the comps made it across the lake now, so that's pretty good. We've got a few people still straggling back there, nice and steady, but that probably is helping them see the lines to take. Not everybody loves to just push bar. Some people stay back a little bit, and then they're able to kind of use some of the people ahead of them to make decisions and kind of cruise along a little bit more mellow.
Yeah,
not everyone's here for trophies, you know? Maybe we all think that,
we are,
but you'd be surprised. If you stay steady through the whole week, you might find yourself in a good spot.
Well, that's it, actually, you know, and that's it. It's a really valid point, actually, that if you just, consistency is key. That's something that, you know, Brett has said in the past. And actually, maybe we want to explain this whole discard rule thing. So basically, every day counts, right? That's the deal of SRS.
For these ones, yeah.
And that's what makes SRS different from, say, a World Cup, where, you know, if you have you can afford to be more take more risks, not in like danger risk, but risk in terms of, you know, sporting risk and risk dropping and risk bombing out.
Yeah, or maybe you pick the wrong launch window and you end up finding yourself on the ground a day, and you know. But the World Cup's there more days, correct? More flying days too.
Well, you know, it always depends on
weather, of course, but yeah.
But the only thing with the discards is that applies for the event, but not for the season rankings.
Yeah.
So if you're here, and that's important to say that as Brett mentioned last night, is that some pilots will be here just to get points for their season. So they're not here to win. So they might be more aggressive on one day. They might, and some days may not count for their overall rankings.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, some people are doing just a comp here, comp there, and some people are doing the full season and trying to get that finish line of the season.
Yeah.
So, but not everybody can get off work all the time. So some people are like, oh, I like this area, I'm going to do this comp, but maybe they can't afford to get to all the comps. So.
Yeah. Or maybe they can't get in them because SRS has just become so popular. I think for Bassano, they had over 400 applications.
Yeah, I saw there was a very huge waiting list for this one as well, too. Yeah.
So, but there are now some challenger, some like qualifier events, excuse me. Challenger is something else. There are some qualifier events. So have a look on the SRS website. There was one, I think, in Tolmin. I think they're not necessarily organised by SRS. So I think the X-Red Rocks that Gavin McClurg organises, that's also
But they have the essence of what the idea is.
Yeah, but you get like a load more points for SRS points to qualify.
Yeah.
To help you get in and stuff. And it's not just about the points, it's also you can make your case and put in, you know, you write and say, well, what it means to you and why you want to take part and all that stuff. Yeah,
it builds in, if you don't have enough experience yet, it's going to build that experience, then you become a more solid comp pilot, because just flying XC and doing comps, they don't always just perfectly match. There's a strategy where maybe you were flying XC day, you might be topping out that thermal, and when you're racing, you might be like, that's high enough, let's go, you know, and that decision takes time to do comps to learn how to do that. So you're not just bombing out, or you're not taking forever and tanking stuff up, and then you're way behind everybody.
I mean, I must say, when I had a rude shock when I did an open event last year. I did the Nivik Flyweight Open, and I'm just used to like just finding lift and staying in it for as long as possible. But even though this was an open, so even more chilled and relaxed than SRS series, and a lot more ENBs and a lot more ENBs. Even then, it was just like people were just gone. I did this event to take part to. I thought, I'll be in the gaggle. I'll be able to see where to go. But I was just like, I was left for dead, because people get to height and knowing when to leave, and they just don't hang around.
Yep.
Straight on bar, boom.
Yep.
Off you go.
And some of that comes with you have to put the time in on like cruising around on your glider on bar to know like what kind of glides you get. I need to get to that point, and then I'll tank up from there and then go again. And so there's a lot of strategy, and then having to change on the fly. You're like, well, that strategy's not going to work. The conditions are different, or I see people are bombing out where I think I wanted to go. I need to readjust, or clouds, sun angle, time of day.
So according to the leaderboard, we've got, Baptiste is now top of the rankings and only a kilometre distance. Less than a kilometre to go to that Roc de Boeuf turn point before he can start heading now back east.
And it's interesting because they're working down that ridge line before they go to punch to that thing. So there's some strategy based on topography that they're using here versus just point straight to that waypoint, tag it and go.
But he seems to be climbing a little bit. He's now up to 1,700 meters. So
that ridge line's got to be feeding him right now, because it looks like everybody that crossed the lake are all connecting onto that ridge line there. I'll slaughter it. Creta di Lali. My American French. I'm working on it.
It's croissant, not croissant here.
Croissant. Croissant.
Perfect.
But yeah, it'll be really cool to see when they do end up shooting over to tag that at what altitudes they go.
Yeah, it was something to look out for is how they get this turn point, whether they hang around or whether they just tag it and stick around and try and get some more height. So look.
Yeah, I would say based on the topography of that ridgeline, they're probably going to tank that ridgeline as much as they need, slide over, tag it, and then they'll slide back to that ridgeline, tank up if they need again, and then they can shoot across that Dussard Valley there.
Shout out to Ruth Jessup, who's been doing the live blog, and some really cool comments and pictures on there of pilots flying across the lake, actually.
Yeah, it's cool to see what it looks like from the pilot perspective.
Simon Steiner has been sending lots of stuff through, some very cool POV from him. And we should have some POV from the air, actually. I'm just seeing if we can see who's in the air at the moment. My colleague Marco is saying something. Marco, who do we have in the air?
Mark Janaway.
Oh, Mark Janaway. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Mark Janaway. He's on the BGD team.
So do you know him quite well? Do you know him?
I haven't met him in person yet, but I've talked to him quite a few times. He's been at a lot of comps this year. So he's been definitely comp circuiting it up. I think he just came off what the last comp was. And so hitting it hard.
Awesome. Yeah, no, we were talking to him last night. So yeah, he's just out there competing hard and having fun.
Yeah, we got him. Looks like he's doing some turning right now. Looks like quite a few people are tanking up on that ridge line. So that's that ridge line that we can see on the topography of the live. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks...
And man, those clouds,
sky.
those clouds have really opened up. It looks like a pretty okay cloud situation now out there. And every time they're turning around, you're getting that lake view as they're doing it. Yeah, it looks like he's on that new BGD, the Tigra.
That's right.
Yeah, that just came out, I think, like, what, month or so ago?
Couple of months ago.
Yeah, they've been, like, raving about it. It's really nice, I've heard.
Not that you're, like, in any way biased.
No. No, I fly the Lynx, but I guess it's kind of like a little lighter weight version, more hike and fly style than the Lynx offers. So it seems kind of cool. A lot of new technology coming out on these gliders. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they're getting so solid and safe, but like with performance. So
It'll be interesting to see, you know, the different performance of the wings this comp. Obviously, there's all eyes are on the advanced Tau, which also came out recently. So
Yeah.
I think there are quite a few of the Swiss pilots are flying the Tau. Yeah, we've got a Skywalk wing. The Sage is in there. I think it's I forget her name, but yeah, it'll come to me. But yeah, she's flying Skywalk Sage.
Yeah.
And there's much more of a mix basically of wings than you get at a comp where everyone's basically on Enzos and
Yeah,
subs.
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of photons. I think that's kind of the dominating one, and then the Jin is a big one on there too. But yeah, very interesting just to see how they all get along, and I'm sure there'll be people talking about their gliders and their landing zones and.
Helena Cargill, that's who I was trying to remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. Man, that ridge line, Mark Janaway's getting some really nice footage of that ridge line.
Yeah. Kind of makes you want to be up there, doesn't it, really?
It does, yeah.
Have you done many comps yourself? Is it kind of something you interests you or not really?
I've been at a lot of comps. I've volunteered at a lot of comps. I've been wind tech and things like that and helped like fluff gliders and get people off launch and retrieve. But I don't know, I get a little weird when I'm told when to fly and where to fly. So down the road, I did the BGD waitlist last year, which is a good challenge for me. And it really helped me show the difference of just cross-country flying and racing, you know, those decisions. And can't say I made all the best decisions and put myself in places that maybe I wouldn't have on just a normal cross-country day. But I think down the road, I would definitely maybe look at some more cross-country comps down the road. It's hard because I've been focusing on acro. So it's like you focus kind of on one modality and then you kind of bounce back and forth. And
But acro pilots make great XE pilots because you've just got the skills to handle anything.
Yeah. Like, oh shoot, there it goes. Let's reset. So. But for me, I think the hardest part is like the decisions of, you know, you do top stuff out. Do you just go? And if you go, do you believe the breath's going to be there when you need it to tank up again? And, you know, and then you've got other people making decisions. So you're like, well, why are they making that decision? Is that good for me? And, you know, so it's cool. I like about the SRS idea is everyone's in range of gliders that can all glide together. Because like when you have the Enzos and stuff, you see really big gaps of the gliders. Like you have a high B or one of the low Cs just get left in the dust by the Enzos, you know? But when we look at the live tracking here, everyone's pretty locked in together. Like they're close enough that they all can kind of work with each other.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Mark Janaway, and he's got an altitude of just coming up for 1,800 meters, 500 meters above ground, and he's less than a kilometer to go to tagging that turn point. Yeah.
And it looks like we might have switched over to, let's see, Gerber, Gaitlin Gerber. He's got, it looks like a orange submarine.
Oh yeah, he's orange. I remember one of my colleagues, JJ, was talking about him yesterday. I think he's a Swiss pilot.
Very nice.
Gaitan Gerber.
Yes, that would be it.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to pronunciate all these different umlauts and little things on the languages here. My American accent.
Yeah,
Slaughtering.
So he flies. He was saying he flies the biggest size possible of photon.
Okay, so then maybe ballast up as he needs, and then he can unballast as he needs.
But he's a tall guy. He's a big guy, so he actually had to get on a diet to fly it.
Okay.
That's what JJ was saying anyway.
Hey, that's healthy, right?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of students that, when they've learned, have gotten much healthier, and then now they care about their weight. You know, like, oh, I can't let my weight go out of my wing. You know, so then they stay focused and keep healthy. It's easy to. All of a sudden, a couple months go by, or Christmas season hits, and all the yummy snacks, and then you go springtime.
You know, this is a sport where losing weight, it gets really expensive.
Yes. If you lose too much weight, though, then it becomes a problem also.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, you suddenly need a whole new kit. And
you're like, you got this kilogram range you got to stay within. So, can't get too muscular, can't get too chubby, all of it. All right, so we're getting some turn point tags. Looks like one's tagged and turning. Who do we got tagged and turned already?
So I think for sure Baptiste has tagged and
And
is
he's
on his
gone.
way.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
pretty
already
much,
back to the
yeah.
ridge line.
There they are. They're kind of looking like they are tagged and on the run now. He's at 2,500 meters. So,
Nice. So they really
yeah.
take. So it looks like the strategy was tank up on the ridge, so you can just tag and go. Because it looks like they're not stopping on that ridge; they're just going. And if you need to retank, then the opportunity's there. But it looks like strategy-wise, it was tank up, tag, and run.
And that is exactly what they're doing.
And interesting too, like if the wind direction, if they're gonna, it looks like they all kind of slid themselves down a little south, but now their angle's kind of coming back up. So hopefully they're using some strategy on those wind angles. I'm sure they are, especially world champion.
But let's see who else is in there. I mean, it's easy for us just to focus on Baptiste. He is the world champion, of course.
It looks
but
like, yeah,
Luke Nicol,
Luke, whew.
you know, he's actually out in front. So
He's picked some decent lines.
And he's 2,400 meters. He's got a speed of the speed's working on this one. He's at 70 kilometers an hour. So now, yeah, that's showing there's a little bit of that westerly breeze.
Yep.
Just enough to cruise along at speed.
Yeah, and it looks like Baptiste, he's at pretty much 0 on sink and lift. But it looks like Nick's got a little bit of sink right now. He's in, so he's on glide. He's left the lift area and heading out into that open valley now to make that crossing. It looks like a big chunk of them have all tagged that waypoint. Looks like it's a little bit of crisscrossing. We got some people going in, some people going out. So some of those live feeds might be interesting because you have people coming at you. Some people are leaving.
So Luke's flying, he's on a Gin. He's GTO 3 and flying the Genie Race 6. We did actually want to have a camera on him, but he said he's only just got the harness a few days ago. So he's just feeling his way. So he seems to be doing pretty well if he's leading out front. So of course we should remember that it's not just who arrives in goal first, it's also who gets the lead out points.
This is true. Yeah, along the way you're getting points for being in the lead.
And the idea of that is basically to any one of us would have as our strategy, and they've been joking about it today. Hey, just follow Baptiste. That's the you could tuck in with a gaggle and follow the ones in front. And the idea is to not reward that strategy. They really, the whole point of this scoring system, which is kind of also in World Cup as well, is to reward people who take the risk and go out on their own line.
Yep. And get those points, so that even if they don't make it to the goal with their intended spot, they have extra points, rallied up there for them.
So we won't really know who is the winner until all the scores are
fully in.
The algorithm has done its thing.
But exciting stuff. Now we're starting to get some separation. Now some of these crossings are who can get on bar correctly. What's the correct speeds to fly for the lift or sink that you're in, for your glider's weight range and what you're loaded at, and then of course tacking angles.
That is a whole thing, speed to fly. If you got, you want to give the short explainer on that one. Well, is it a science? Is it an art? It's
so hard because sometimes it's like, do you just push that bar and take the angle down, but it gets you to the next piece of lift quicker? Or do you take a slower, steady line, lose less altitude and get somewhere a little bit higher? So those are choices.
Where the thermals might be stronger. I mean, higher is normally, trumps things. If you've got the height,
pound it and go.
But yeah, I mean that's the joy of the sport. It's the technique, isn't it? It's the mental, it's the strategy of knowing how much bar to push.
Right, and then you get these tailwinds, and then sometimes maybe you don't need to be so aggressive on the bar to get the speed you want. So then it's making sure you have the right angle as you're flying into somewhere, and maybe you don't need to go full bar because that tailwind's pushing you a bit. And now your speeds to fly might be to let that tailwind help you, and then you can keep that angle of attack at a better spot for where you want to get to. So it's interesting to see these lines these guys are taking and why they're moving directions they are. Because there's peaks that they're trying to get to. Where's their next point they're trying to get to for tanking up, I
mean, Baptiste is now, he's at 2,000 meters now. So I suspect pilots will be wanting to be a little bit cautious. They're not just going to hammer it on bar, especially with a bit of tailwind.
Yeah.
You want to ease a little bit, and just maintain as much height as possible, especially this big crossing back across, the south of the lake before you've got something.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, pushing into a headwind or cross breezes, odds a different thought. But now that we've got the tailwind or cross breezing, then how can they use that efficiently, stay solid, so they're not having to tank up while other people stayed steady. So it'll be interesting to see. This is where it's exciting, people.
Yeah.
Stay tuned in.
Who have we got in the air?
Helena Kagel or
Oh, Helena Kagel in her skywalk.
Right, we got some ladies showing for us here. And she's got a nice view of the lake and that ridge line that they're all taking off from and heading out to the big open valley. So as we kind of see her angle, then you can see maybe what ridge lines they're flying across to, why they're choosing to fly at certain angles, take winds a different direction. Because just because the line is drawn on the task map, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right line to take to get to the next waypoint.
Yeah. Let's see if we can pull her up on the map and see how she's doing.
Yeah, let's see. She's just pushed away from that ridge line, it looks like, on the camera. So see if we can find her on the map there. Because she just was recently on the ridge line. It looks like Meta Crum just left the ridge line on glide. She's one of the top ladies in the SRS right now. I believe she had some launch priority today because of that. And they do have launch priority, so based on how well you do for the day, you get launch priority, which means you can basically say, I want to launch, and you can just walk out, lay your glider, and you don't have to wait in line. So if you say, I want to launch now, they make it happen for you.
That's cool.
If not, you kind of have to just get in line and wait, and then maybe you're like, oh, dang it, I wanted to launch 5 minutes earlier, but I'm in line, I have to wait for people to launch. So there is a benefit to performing well each day, because then you get that opportunity to stay more relaxed, maybe hang in the shade, keep your gear off of you for a little bit, versus gear on and standing in line waiting for your turn.
So looking at Helena.
So now we see Domiziano Cianci.
Okay, we got...
Very beautiful view.
Oh yeah, he's got some cool speed arms on too. Real bright colored on that left arm.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the scenery is just incredible. That beautiful lake, and then those big, just rugged, bare rock mountains is just amazing.
Yeah, you know, James was really just promoting this whole area as an absolute paradise for flying.
Yeah.
And the goal is to really put it on the map. It's already on the map for winter sports. You know, Grand-Bornand is hosting. It's going to be a host of the 2030 Winter Olympics.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a bunch of construction here.
There's the biathlon is going to be here. So, and just being so close to Annecy, I think, you know, it's perfect situation between the lake and Aravi Shane, and then Chamonix just over the other side.
Yeah.
So
and pretty interesting too. Like one of my students that came in from San Diego, he's here, Michael. He launched in Annecy yesterday and landed here instead of taking the bus. He's like, I'm just gonna come fly.
That's so cool.
And so you know, you don't have to drive up here to fly, but you can like fly from Annecy to here and then bus back, or maybe even correct time of day, turn around like they are, and then head the opposite way.
Yeah.
So, but I think a lot of people said they like coming up here because they get away from the tandems in Annecy, the guys were saying. And
it can get busy, yeah.
You know, and then you can make that glide down to Annecy to go home if you like.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. So we've been going, I just checked my watch, it's like an hour and 15 minutes in. The task started at 12:15. And they've been to Lake Annecy and they're on the way back. So
pretty solid day today so far. I know they're a little worried about maybe winds kicking in and maybe having people land out in the valley. So as long as we get everybody back onto the east side of the lake, the retrieve people are going to be much happier. It's going to be not super long days. So some days retrieve can be long. So, you know.
Who's this? I'm just looking. There's someone really right at the back who's obviously not having a great start. Lucas Gaffner. He's still a long way to go to tag the first turn point. It's where he hasn't even got to La Tournette yet.
Yeah.
So all out on his own. But we're with you.
Yeah, and it looks
Lucas,
like
keep going.
Damaziano just is passing by one of the launches. Looks like some tandems are on launch in Annecy there. So that must be maybe the Dussard launch, possibly. But yeah, he just kind of cruised in at kind of launch altitude. So there, some people are going to have to tank back up and be able to get some glides. But at least they're over to that ridge line now where they can work some stuff.
Do you think we need to be worried a little bit about things shading out? It's difficult to see on the camera, but
It looks
like
like
the sky is pretty good, actually.
it looks like maybe the clouds up here have kind of collected up a little bit more because we're higher up, but it seems down there the clouds are a little more spread out still. So hopefully they can be picking the right wicking points on the mountain and get to where those thermals are really feeding versus getting to the spots that aren't. But yeah, it looks like a few pilots are kind of having to work it now that they've made that glide across. So the goal would be to be able to glide across like pretty nicely. So based on their altitudes when they glide, like we said, that speeds to fly come into play.
Absolutely.
You know, if you overpound it to try to catch up, you might find yourself quite low. But sometimes you got to get to that thermal. So you see people are in a thermal, that's going to stop at some point. So sometimes you got to get on that bar and get to that piece of lift to work it before it's gone, because take a little too long, you might get there and the breath is done and now you're groveling and that gaggle's gone. So it's tricky stuff.
So one interesting observation on the blog is there's a real mix of wings now up in that lead gaggle. We got Advanced Tau, the Photon, Ozone's wing, Jin, GTO, and the Swing, Scala, and an Ozone Delta, all in the mix. So that's pretty cool as well.
Shows you that it's not always just the performance of the glider, it's the pilot too. Where they say like 90% pilot, 10% equipment, which, you know, Baptiste is showing us there. He can fly high performance gliders, but he's killing it on that Delta, maximizing it, using the bar correctly, picking good lines.
We should see where his dad is, because one of the interesting things as a team, because there are only two of them, it's really the dad's performance that counts. So it's his.
They need both of them to
They need both of them, exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, Cyril is an accomplished pilot as well. I mean, he's competed in World Cups and stuff. So,
yeah.
You know,
and they have a little bit of local flying knowledge here to work off of.
I think so. I think they have a little bit of local knowledge.
Yeah. I found like when I went to the comp last year, I had never flown the place I went to. And I'd read the site guides and all the like things there. But there's something about having flown a place or having some knowledge about it helps you make decisions. You know, by the end of the week, you get the knowledge of a place, but the first few days, sometimes you're maybe making not the good decisions while others are making decisions because they fly here a lot, you know, or kind of that local ability.
Yeah, so Cyril is, he's at an altitude, what is he? He's 1,400 meters and he's heading due east. Let's see if we can find him on the map. Yeah, so he's made the crossing back over Lake Annecy. So he's not too far behind at all.
Yeah, and at this point, they're having to climb up the mountains now. Before the mountains were falling away from them. So as they're gliding, mountains are just falling, but now they have to climb up with the mountains. So there's going to be some people might end up getting passed because of the decisions, but it's going to be interesting. But it looks like a lot of the places have stopped, and now we got gaggling up and thermaling and reclimbing. They have to climb and glide to get themselves up.
So a little shout out here to Sarah Zimmerman, she's taken a slightly different line. She's almost heading, kind of almost like she's avoided the ridge across from Lake Annecy. She's taken a route further to the south of the village La Côte. And she's like a top Swiss pilot. I think she won the sports class in the Swiss Championship last year. So she's definitely one to watch. And she's currently in the Tau and looking, in a really promising position.
Yeah, one thing I find really cool about this whole live scenario is you can really see like what's working and where. So even if you guys aren't here flying, but you are going to want to come fly in Annecy in this area. You know, these waypoints and these maps and stuff kind of paint a picture for you to kind of make flight plans and know what works and doesn't work, to go, well, everybody that made that crossing got hosed, but those people did good on that part of the ridge. So it's kind of cool to learn a little bit about the places by watching these comps as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, for when we get our days to play.
Yeah.
But what I find the most interesting is when everyone lands or at headquarters later and you get to hear everybody's, oh, I saw you take that line and I just didn't think it was going to work. And then it worked. And I was like, oh, you know, so it's really cool, the finish of hearing everybody talk about like who they were following, what worked, what didn't work, and where they wish they would have gone or not gone. And so I'm excited to hear some of that later once they'll get to the landing.
Absolutely.
And it's always fun too, because like sometimes the guys that have a lot of experience, when they know everyone's maybe pimping them or like following them, they might like do some tricks to try to lose people, or, you know, make a quick turn and go. And so everyone's like, what just happened? And now everyone's left groveling and they're already gone. And, you know, they had some extra thought that others didn't have. So it's always fun to find out at the end if people got tricked a little bit, or, you know, playing the game, you know, you got to play the game. All right, looks like we've got almost everybody's turning. There's still a few working the ridge line to get that waypoint. But now we've got a pretty big separation, a lot bigger separation than we had earlier in the race. Of the lead gaggle is definitely peeled away from the core of people. But it looks like everyone's got they've at least got some people with them. So no one's fully alone.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, the sky will be mapped out. You'll be able to see what's working, what's not working for those a little bit further back. So Baptiste, yeah, he's at 60k an hour at the moment. He's an altitude of 2.5 heading due east.
Yeah, he's in that top 3 right there.
And they're making the crossing now to get over to on. Not quite the Aravis yet, so it's the Montagne de Sula and the Petit Sula, so they'll hope to maybe pick something up there, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just be able to cruise all the way over to reach the main ridge line of the Aravis, and then it's basically follow that, and that is the mountains just behind us.
Yeah.
And so we should be able to see them quite soon, not that far away. It seems crazy how the speed of this is just astonishing, you know.
And it looks like there's a really nice cloud bank set up right over that ridge line, so hopefully they can just kind of get on that ridge and just look at the beauty and just cruise their way up it.
It's a 35-kilometer ridge run, so, you know,
I think
go
it'll
up,
be quick.
go down. You've already done 80k almost.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're back here, so I've got that one in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting whether they kind of how much lift there is, because each of these little ridges is giving stuff off.
Yeah.
Whether you can just almost fly in a straight line,
Kind of go and just kind of slow it down and get off bar and take a little lift and back onto bar.
Or whether you've got to like circle up,
climb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they just stay on glide and just can surf their whole way up. That would be primo for them to be able to just surf all the way into launch.
Meanwhile, what's the kind of best strategy for people further back? You know, the mid-pack, the pilots are just here for the fun. I mean, they're not really caring so much about speed to fly, about overtaking. They just want to, I guess, have fun, take part.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit of competitive edge as well. You know, they say that, you know, the whole thing with the SRS is, you know, it's supposed to be a little bit more relaxed, but people still do want to compete, of course.
Oh, you want to push your own piloting skills. You know, it's you're against your own self. You're against yourself at your last comp. You're against yourself yesterday, like trying to push your skill and learn and grow. Maybe try to get on bar a little bit more and see if you can get somewhere a little quicker, or go, whew, maybe I should have done that today.
But it's really interesting, the different mental strategies for those at the elite end and those in the mid-pack. So Baptiste told us a little while ago, as you know, I work at Cross Country Magazine, and he gave an interview to my colleague Ed, and you know what he imagines himself as in the air? A potato.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
A
potato?
A loose potato?
Just like basically a dead weight. You know, he tries to have no emotion in any of his decision making.
Sack of potatoes.
Sack of potato. No, not a sack of potato. Just
a potato.
Just one potato. Like, you know, you don't want to make a decision on any kind of emotion, whether it's like, oh, I'm feeling good, let's go, or oh, this pilot is just done a move and that's kind of irked me. It's none of that. It's you are just a little weight there suspended underneath your wing and he's flying that.
Yep.
In contrast, we actually just ran a piece by a pilot called Andy Brown, and he talks about the psychology of the mid-pack, and he says, you're not Kriegel. You think you are sometimes, but that's when you can get into trouble. You start doing really stupid things like following pilot in front, and then you get low, and then you're thinking, I've got nowhere to land. And so he had a scare like that, and after that, he found a way to bring himself back, which was to have an anchor, you know, like this mental anchor. So for him, it's this fluffy rabbit that belonged to his daughter, and it's just there to remind him. And you'll see a lot of pilots there, you know, in competitions like this, having little mascots, and the idea being that when it comes to that decision time, when you're thinking, it's that sort of like, fuck it, go for it moment, that there's a little something that reminds you, maybe not, just maybe take the foot off the gas a little bit.
Right.
So different strategies that we'll see in this race, and particularly in SRS, where they're not all pro pilots. A lot of these pilots are working busy jobs and may have been working late on, you know, almost until Friday, and just, you know, had to cut work and run, get here, just got here, and now they're flying. And the head's probably, today's maybe a day, they just want to ease into it as well.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and it's always tricky because you go to follow somebody, what risk management did they make? You know, where are they weighted on their glider? What's their skill set? What are they willing to deal with? How low can they go and stuff? And so when you want to jump, say, well, that person's making a move, let me follow them. Like you said, you got to stop for a second and analyze and go, well, why would they be making that decision? Can I think about that? Oh, I see it's sunny, it's hot, there's a trigger point, a cool area, like that might be feeding versus over there isn't feeding. So it's like stopping for a minute and going, why would that pilot be doing that? In that mid-pack, you're still trying to learn all that stuff of why would I make that decision? Why would I go there? And the head pack, they're already going, not going there, not going there, this is the line. And they've already tried those other ones, maybe it passed and bombed out, and you know, we're only seeing them now, but I'm sure Baptiste wasn't always just hitting it, you know, there was times where
he probably was. He's been flying since the age of 10.
Yeah, so at maybe 11 years old, he was bombing out, just like someone at 48 is right now, you know? So, but, or, you know, if he flew with his dad made specific decisions, and maybe they talk about it after they landed, this is why I made that decision, and you followed me, and then, you know, or some people just have that eye.
Yeah.
I think they were a bird in their last life.
Yeah, I think
you know,
there
they
are
can just
a lot
look
of people.
and they go,
yeah,
that's going to work over there. Or time of day, sun angle, like all those calculations come into play. It's wild.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, some pilots have got that really, you know, analytical, scientific way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't.
It's almost like I would think that it's like if they had like glasses on, that there'd be like little calculations and little zigzags and lines, and
that's
an
coming.
X circle, you know?
That's coming. I've been having big conversations about AI, and you know, I was wearing, so I got a pair of the Oakley Meta glasses, and they're super cool. They've got like microphone above there, you know, connected with AI, but what they don't have is the InVision, you know, the Terminator screen, basically. But
which is coming. I think some of those Apple goggles.
Yeah, you know,
that,
there's a new the new Metas will have that.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see your metrics, like your speed or your, and then it's only a small jump to then having it fully AI enhanced, and it's telling you where to find the thermals. Yeah,
like you can have like the thermal map of the last 5 years of XC track logs telling you where thermals work at this time of this exact day for the last 10 years, where the thermals work or something, you know?
Exactly.
Which
I don't know if it's a good thing.
I kind of like, it's like part of me is like, that's part of the scary part of flying XC sometimes, is not knowing what you're going to fly into. And you're like, you know, but part of it might make you feel better to go, that's a good thermal trigger, and that's and then maybe when you don't have the glasses, that helps you see things in a different light, you know. But yeah, things are just changing. Change is inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I don't. Would you really want to have an AI co-pilot who's basically saying, okay, now head east to this little peak? You're bound to pick, you have an 80% chance of picking something up there, and then you know.
You know, it's interesting because if you think about it, that's basically what people pay cross-country coaching for. You know, you've got a coach on
True.
launch or in the sky saying, hey, I think that this other line's going to be better, or you need to tank up more before you head there. And so you're using different knowledge when you have mentors or people in the sky with you, but they're making calculations off their own experience versus AI is using raw data, factual stuff to try to make, you know, it's going to be interesting next 10 years of everything, you know. We've got AI helping design gliders in programs. We've got AI coming into play with flight mapping, and soon they're going to tell us what to do.
And more people coming into the sport.
Less bar, more bar.
Yeah.
Give it one more
2 more inches,
centimeter.
yeah.
You know?
A few more inches. Now look, let's have a little race update. So I'm looking at the live tracking here, and it's Luke Nickel, the tandem pilot from Interlaken. He is currently in the lead, and he's really close to tagging the next
He's
turn point.
almost there,
And
yes.
you know, he's the Gin pilot, he's leader of the Gin team, and he is ahead of, you know, Baptiste Lambert. We're all focusing and chatting about Baptiste, but Baptiste is, you know,
he's got that. He's tagged it now, and he's getting ready to leave it. So just tag it.
okay, yours is there. My system's just jumped.
Yeah.
So he's literally just turned 90 degrees, following the course line now. He's on the ridge, so he's
now
kind of,
he's on the ridge.
Can we see? No.
No, he'll
Not a
be
chance.
still further down
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah,
So,
there's not a chance of seeing, but
like we're right here, so when he hits that zone across from us, we'll be able to see him.
still some kilometers. And so
Yeah.
how far behind is Baptiste? His tracker, I've got no data on that, but
He's
a
not-
good,
he's
a good
not
five,
far.
five minutes, do you reckon?
I would say it looks like about that. So because when I saw earlier, Luke was cranking up while Baptiste was still on glide. So he's just a little ahead of him.
What are their
on-
heights? So yeah, he's got good altitude, Luke, as well. He's on 2.7.
Yeah, it looks like Baptiste's offline for a second
Yeah, he
here.
was at 1,600.
Yeah, and then behind him, Mateus is at about 2,300 meters at that peak there, going for the glide between the two. But it's got to be breathtaking up there to be at those peaks right now. Just,
Oh, just magical. Yeah.
it's like when you as someone who's not from Europe, I mean, we have large mountains in the U.S. They just look different, and like when I imagine the Alps, like I've been down the Southern Alps down here, but when I pulled up and saw like those, I was like, oh, this is what I imagined. Like I just can imagine some woman in like a dress singing, "The hills are alive."
Well, that's Austria.
Yeah, but you know, like
Yeah.
when you think of the Alps, like this is the start of the Alps. When I think of French, up into Switzerland, into Austria, you know, this is the first kind of breathtaking, striking kind of mountains
They
that
don't.
I've
I mean,
seen.
this Grand-Bornand is really. They talk of it as being, you know, really traditional Haute-Savoie village. I mean, the chalet we're in is like super, like really rustic, old beams.
Super cute.
I
Like
mean,
yeah,
it's designed for like
low-
someone who's 5
low-
foot,
yeah,
5 foot high.
The
you know.
bathroom was super low to walk into.
Yeah. Marco, poor guy, is over 6 foot. Like kept banging his head
Knocking his
everywhere.
head, yeah.
Yeah. No, designed for small people, but yeah, super rustic charm. But they don't. The French, they don't really go in for the dress like the Austrians and the Germans do. Like any excuse. The Germans and the Austrians are putting the lederhosen and the dindels on.
Yep,
The
yep.
French, oh yeah, they're just wearing kind of normal. They're a bit more like westernized almost. you
Yeah,
know?
the traditional stuff as a daily life and
Yeah.
stuff. Because like I know, like in Germany, you go to a wedding, lederhosens.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go to a certain style party, lederhosens in the traditional German
I
dresses.
did see a guy in a t-shirt with like the blue stripes, but yeah, he was probably
Yeah,
a
the
tourist.
French stripes.
Yeah, I want to see like a beret and some onions.
We were at the dune, and some of my friends were from Hawaii, and they went shopping, and they got him one of those French striped shirts. And it was just, he looked so French. We
Yeah,
loved it.
that's
I was
great.
just
I've got one.
I
I've
think
got-
he looked more French than the French.
Yeah, I've got a Breton jumper at home, like this really thick, scratchy wool.
Yeah.
It's like for, but yeah, absolutely, I'd be dying if I had to wear it now. But-
Yeah.
so anyway, cultural observations, moving swiftly on.
Of the Alps.
We are in a race, and it's day one of SRS Ozone edition in Grand-Bornand. and you are watching Paragliding Live. I'm Tarquin Cooper, and this is Millie Wallace, and we are really excited here on day one. It's just super exciting. We've got the world champion, Baptiste Lambert, who's not in the lead. It's Luke Nicol.
I think Baptiste might have taken the lead. He kind of came into that waypoint a little up of the waypoint. So when he tagged it, it looks like he caught up on him.
Okay, well, the two are duking it out.
But
you know,
wow.
it's
oh,
anyone's...
no, but they're back neck and neck. Each time it's updating, it's...
Oh, yeah, it's just jumped. So they are neck
They
and neck.
are wingtip to wingtip right now.
Wingtip to wingtip.
They probably can talk to each other.
Of Baptiste.
And then all of a sudden, this delta just comes. Doo-doo,
Oh, yeah. So
but he looks like Baptiste took
who's
a
got the
little
height?
different
They're
line.
similar height.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool. They're going to be able to work with each other all the way into the landing zone now. But they left the pack behind. They had a little 3-pack, but they've left them.
So yeah, who's the next pilot?
Hasn't even hit the next waypoint
so
yet.
Maybe it's Aurelius Andrianus.
Yeah, it looks like that. We got Bruce Zeeman.
Matthias Grunfeld. And
Yeah.
Sarah Zimmerman first was leading the women, and yeah, she's still leading the women. She's on her way trying to make that crossing, but she's not with the big gaggle.
Yeah, she's a little off to the, looks like the south of the main gaggle line. Which we're going to see if that pays off for her, if it's a good line. And
I'm not sure she was low. She was low. She's now looking good. She's now almost
she's
up to
almost
2.7,
27,
but she was quite low.
And it looks like that main
and
gaggle
then-
up there is around the same altitude as well there too, so.
And Linda Hock is not far behind her. Living up to her name. She's got good altitude, 222. I love names that kind of relate to the sport.
Yeah, right?
Like there's another guy, pilot Ferdy Fogel, you know, which is bird.
Yeah.
You know, I love names.
It was like
that-
in their DNA that they
Yeah.
needed to be a pilot.
Yale would be ready for in-flight update. Should we switch to him?
Who are we switching to? We're going to switch to someone in the air.
The flying reporter, Yale Johansen.
All right, so you guys are gonna get a break from our voices, and we're gonna go live in the sky. So stay tuned. We're gonna get that clicked over, and then.
And they're right this cloud street that we want to race. The clouds are sucking. The thermals that push the moist up and it's condensed into clouds. I'm live now again or still? I don't know. Anyway, we're here with the second gaggle, making the jump towards the ridge over there to hopefully ridge run it. Honestly, I think Luke Nicol is still in the lead. Check the live tracking for that on SRS.live. Woo! And we have a good glide here with a good speed of the tailwind. It's pushing into these valleys here. Oh, I'm freezing my fingers off. God damn it. So, we will try to connect to that ridge and run it over there. There's only one little valley crossing necessary. And otherwise, should be easy cake eating. There's a little cloud, maybe scoop under it so we get a bit of lift out of it. Yepa. All right. What else is there to say? We have a nice race. I didn't identify Magdalena yet. Somewhere there in the front. Otherwise, I think I saw Sarah Zimmerman leading in the female category. Luke Nicol probably still in the lead. He had an advantage of, I think it was like 5 minutes. And yeah, I think there was like still Marco Sommerfeld right behind there. Mark John away. Gerber just behind me. And yeah, they're all making a nice race for it here. We're on full bar. And woohoo! There was 70k per hour here. We're going quick towards the mountain here. Having some nice lift from the clouds. I really need to get my gloves on. It's freezing right now. It's sketchy on full bar, but we'll do it for the clicks, right? Let me ease off a little bit. Get that on. Oh, it's freezing. God damn it. Okay, back on track. If there are any questions, production team, put it in the Zello and let me know. So this is the cloud street that leads to it. See, it is mirroring the terrain that we have here. Getting nicely up there. And in the back we have a second one that we can just follow until the last turn point over there. From that last turn point will just be a final glide. Pretty quick, pretty fast towards the goal. Today we have an elevated goal, better safety and security. So if the turbulence are too strong, you still have some margin of height. Goal is at 200 meters in the air. You have to tag it to finish the race. And yeah, once upon a time, the goal was on the ground, so you could really race it until you were standing on the ground. But of course, racing is often at 60 kilometers per hour, so you really don't want to race at that speed, so low to the ground. There we go, good climb. Cha. Let's get that one. Almost 6 meters climb. That's a fast one. Let's go. Well, that could be Marco Vergari down there. Good friend from Switzerland. What are the guys doing? Adapting turn direction, interesting. They are pushing on there. Oh, the fingers are freezing here. Big GTO. Who's that? Alright, we're right under the cloud here. Ready to go soon. Gatan Galba is coming and catching up. Seems like a good call to follow that guy. Woohoo! It's lifty down here. Okay, let's go on speed bar. We need to get out of here. Woo, shit, bro. 5 meters going up on speed bar. That's something. we go, Mr. Jonaway down low there, but pressing hard. These guys are really crushing it. I think we're in the top 15 here. It's a hard chase, it's a hard race. And the wind is really interesting here. It's a bit gusty, spilling up the slope. There's some thermals as you hear. Pushing up high. We have the new GTO Jenny race there. Sorry, yeah, with the Jenny race. Nice competing here. Beautiful. I can take the scenic route. I'm not that much in a rush like they are. Lovely how everybody's crushing it here. So good. Up. This is a nice rolling staircase. See ya. Woo! Let's look back. Oh! All right. Yippee!
Frédéric, do you have the thermal or you go just straight on the Ravis?
Three, two, one.
Okay, so you're back with myself, Tarquin, and Millie, and we are moments away from Baptiste and Luke Nicol from tagging the final turn point and doing the last glide to here. So they should be here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on your screens, you can see Getan Gerber giving you a masterclass in just the surroundings and how glorious it is here on
Beautiful.
the first day of SRS Ozone edition in Grand-Bornand. And yeah, what a fantastic advert this is for the place. Grand-Bornand definitely are looking to build on this, have it, you know, build paragliding here. And there's talk of doing more comps here in the future. So if the comp runs like this through the week, I think, yeah, they'll be absolutely mad not to.
Yeah.
What a day of racing we're having. Should we have a little overview? I mean, they're way out in front. I mean, it's extraordinary.
They left him in the dust.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, did they just barred a little bit more or just...
I mean, that whole ridge line is 35K, so really just rough estimate. They're kind of about 10, 15 kilometers ahead of the nearest gaggle.
Yeah, wild how quick they pulled away. And it's really cool when they have at least two together because now they can work with each other, you know? It's like they're competitors, but they're also teammates in those moments, you know? Like they're birds in a flock, but they're also trying to beat each other.
And it looks like Luke is already on his way back to the landing here, to the goal.
Yeah.
So we should say a reminder, we got this new rule at SRS, introduced earlier this year, elevated goals, and it's just a safety thing. It's basically to stop people coming in, you know, like skimming treetops and houses
finding themselves in road or in a different field. And
so the rule is, I think it's 200 meters today.
Yeah.
You've got to come in 200 meters above goal, and you will be penalized if you come in low.
Yeah. And I think the lower you are, the more percentage you'll be penalized. So, you know,
and the idea is to encourage you to come off bar and be on your trim speed.
Yeah,
basically.
We don't need people taking huge whacks low. We don't need people kicking the tops of trees and houses and setting up stupid landing approaches downwind because they didn't have the time and altitude to put it in correctly. So, you know, there's a lot of injuries that can happen when you're just trying to get to the ground, you know. There's some logic. So,
absolutely, that was one of the trials that was really popular.
We can't be trusted when we're competitive.
No, it's true. Absolutely, yeah. So it's absolutely neck and neck between Baptiste and Luke, and I'm just looking. Yeah, it's not quite 8 kilometers. Yeah, so they're literally 3 kilometers away. I think we should head up there and.
Get set up for their finish.
They'll be here. So 3 kilometers is nothing.
Nothing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, especially JJ was saying that he was on 5 meters of lift per second on bar. It was just really lifty out there, he said.
We're on the move. We're on maneuvers. I'll grab that.
Okay.
You can grab. I'm taking that.
Yep, I got that. Let me pocket some things up. Okay. Yeah.
So.
Get some sunglasses on, and let's go see if we can find these guys. So we're gonna head over to the landing zone here. We're on the move.
But we can see the most amazing. Let's have a look.
Maybe I'm it here.
Yeah, let's do that. To have a look at these mountains. Ooh.
If you want, I can hold this for a second.
Perfect.
Teamwork here.
You can come and shot as well. But yeah, just to sort of see. The ROV behind us is just a really glorious mountain range.
Beautiful.
So that's just now
so
that
we got a pilot coming in, just solo pilot.
Yeah,
not part of the comp, but
not part of the comp.
Beautiful colored glider though. Anything with pink in it's got my vote. Can't imagine that, right? Give me some pink, I'm a happy girl. All right. So the cloud streak kind of lifted up off those mountains since when they launched earlier. So, whew, beautiful day.
And the breeze as well. You know, the place has a reputation of strong valley breezes, but it's pretty light, really.
Yeah, today ended up being a lot less than they were thinking as far as chaos. So. But decent
There
breeze.
they are. Is that them? That'll be them.
That's them, I
That's
think.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can see them. I don't think you're going to be able to see them like this, but
But they're like,
they're there. They're just there. Look.
they're literally wingtip to wingtip right now. Like they could be talking to each other.
Can we do, what would be really cool?
Can you flip it around and
I
try
can
to
flip it
zoom
around.
in?
Yeah, here we go, here we go.
Okay, look at that mountain scenery, like, whoo! That is out
So
of a
we can look
storybook.
at we can look at the speed of them. Just they're on
They're
the tops
crooking in.
there.
So they
Yes.
still have some space to go to the waypoint's going to be further down that ridge, and then they'll be able to beeline straight out to us. So
I thought it looked like they'd already tagged it.
have they tagged it? Let's see. Maybe it's not updating, or I'm seeing it wrong.
Ah.
Oh no! Yeah, you're right. They're on the finish line here.
Oh, who's this coming down? That's a gin.
Yep.
That is
I was
Luke.
like, it looks like they were above
There
the.
he is. Oh look.
Yes.
Here he is.
Having some fun coming down.
And Baptiste is doing spins and stalls here.
All right.
Baptiste.
Testing out that delta.
Oh, look, and there's the cavalry behind them. You can maybe make them out.
Yep.
There's a part of the gaggle on the ridge line. So Lucho, who's won the day with when everything is
Baptiste.
It's
Yeah,
Baptiste. It is. Yeah.
100% leading points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Is that's not him.
Baptiste. Baptiste is here.
That's
top
just
of
some
us.
solo
Look at
pilot.
the
Yeah.
stalls.
Oh, I can't.
Here.
Testing
Under the
out
sun.
that delta
Under
form.
the
There
sun.
he is. There he is.
We need to tell Baptiste that for the photo he needs to be in another place. Not under the sun. This is
Yeah,
Luke.
come on. What were you thinking?
So where's Luke?
Luke is down with the gin.
Yeah,
Right
Luke
here,
is on
doing
the
some
gin.
nice wing overs. Yeah, cranking bank, buddy. Celebrate it in. These guys had killer flights. Just killer.
100% of leading points. With
So Millie, are you going to score him on his acro?
Those are pretty nice wing overs without getting too big to change the trim of the glider, right? Because like you don't want to get too crazy and then your glider's out of trim. But he had nice flow. That was very flowy. And of
at
course, we had
Luke.
some stalls and spins from Baptiste on the Delta, showing that it's a good glider for that. And these two guys slayed the day, like killed it.
They absolutely have. So literally 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah, the
and
next
2
people
minutes.
are still even trying to get to the waypoint.
75k. So what's the average on that? That's 35 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's pushing bar and tailwind.
That's pretty amazing.
All right, we got a
So look, we
legs
can-
are out
Let's go and talk to Luke.
and a stylish landing. Very nice.
Luke,
Hey.
we're live on Paragliding Live. We're just watching. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Can you give us? Oh, look, I just watched Baptiste coming into land there.
Killer flight, guys.
That was nice.
Oh, it was
yeah. Wow,
amazing
this
to watch.
guy knows the area. I was just following him. Hey, nice one, Baptiste. I was shamelessly letting you just do all the work. I'm sorry. Oh.
You let out a few times though. You were in
Yeah,
front.
and every time it didn't work, and he then comes in on top. But I don't know this area at all. And you still won, but deservedly. I think he has 100% of the lead-up points.
Yeah, we were asking Lucho, and Lucho was the
How was
same,
the day,
even though you
Baptiste?
slayed it.
Yeah, very nice. Good thermals, like just balance, like often. Yeah, crazy thermals. Really good day. Yeah,
Hey,
and
nice
a lot
to
of
meet
clouds to show us the route. So yeah, really cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And there's a typical day here in.
Yeah, it's a typical, very good day. Yeah. So I was happy because this morning we didn't know if we were staying here or trying to push and go to Annecy, and I'm happy we did because it was the good day to do so. So yeah, really great.
Was there much tactical choices to be made on this route? We saw some people initially hopped over onto the north side of that ridge line.
Yeah, there was this junction, and to be honest, I didn't know which group would win. I think you could do well in both, so yeah, it was quite interesting.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Well done, Baptiste.
So, Luke, am I right in thinking you've only been flying this harness a few days? So it's a new setup?
One day, yeah.
One day.
Dude, it's so crispy looking and
It's
clean.
crispy. No, it's cool. It makes a big difference. This is quite something. Very cool. No,
So-
it's super comfy, and you can't hear the noise with the last one. When you go a bit faster, you start hearing the drag. You know, this thing's just like an arrow. So good.
Very nice.
So how do you find these mountains compared to Interlaken?
Yeah, pretty full on. Like a little bit scary at times. Not because there was turbulence. It's just I don't understand the valley winds here, and there's sometimes you're in the lee side of a huge mountain. It's quite rough, but it's beautiful, like stunning. And then when we got up and over, and then you can see Annecy. Wow, so cool. So cool. Yes.
Did you have to top up quite a lot when you crossed the lake initially?
No, we got a crazy good climb on the backside of La Tournette, and we had a really nice line all the way across over the other side. It was super good, but really just following this guy. He knows the area. He's world number one, and I was just like, try not to be an idiot and go and do your own thing. Just try and learn, and he showed the way to do it, I think.
Yeah, definitely we're not an idiot today. It was really fun watching you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, Luke. Who's next, Lucho?
Oh, I have not seen, but what amazed me is the gap between these two guys
Yeah,
and the,
how have they
and the
managed
rest of the valley.
We
It's
just
crazy.
left them
I don't know,
like
10 minutes
F1
maybe?
drivers.
Yeah, that's what is amazing, but yeah, we'll see. It's the first day, we have a great task, people is going to be really happy. We wait the best for the next week.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
I think we should just leave the camera rolling on this ridge line.
I mean, look at that.
Like-
We've got they're all hitting that last waypoint all the way down to that last peak there and then coming back. Just
Yeah.
right now, like I'm actually jealous of them all right now for sure.
think-
Because like that is got to be just spectacular to fly over.
I think we've had our question
Whew.
answered because, we were thinking about the strategy of flying this line, whether you've got to top up. They're not topping up, are they? They're just going...
Yeah, and it sounds like with what JJ was saying, the clouds are just giving lift. It was lifty, even on bar they were catching lift. So I think they did a really good call in the task committee of picking the right time of day,
choosing
picking
the weather.
right
You know,
weather
the
and
weather,
the line.
getting good weather. I think that's the whoever booked this weather in, I think did a good job.
Yeah. I sent the memo. I was like, I'm coming, make it flyable so I can be jealous from the ground. But that comes to the task committee knowing this place. Like that can make or break a comp. Not having a good task committee that knows the zone, knows the weather of a place. So that having good seasoned pilots on the task committee is huge.
Just getting a little bit of a breeze on the back, but I mean, you wouldn't mind landing in this. It's just nice coming into a nice
No,
breeze.
it almost gives you a little bit
Yeah.
extra to flare in and
Yeah.
stuff, nothing crazy. And then what's great is there's not like a lot of rotor stuff. It's like there's some trees, but this is pretty nice and open, like
Yeah, let's give a
can't
little
complain.
bit of a kind of. So here we are. So a little guided tour. Grand-Bornand is the village down in the down in the valley there, and
Like
this
a
is
5-minute drive.
So the valley breeze is coming up from the village. We can see the windsock, and then if we go around slowly, here we are. Is the Aravi chain. So on the back of that, you basically come into sort of Salange and Saint-Gervais and access the great the Chamonix Valley beyond that.
Yeah, I'm sure they had beautiful views of Mont Blanc as they came in to this upper area here, hopefully.
Yeah, it must have been wild.
All right, we're gonna do a little bit of maintenance here.
Let's have a look at the map. Let's
see what we've got.
Who have we got next
We
coming
got
in?
2 in goal already, and I'm not sure if that's one of ours coming in now or if that's a solo pilot from off the mountain, because they're still kind of flying off the mountain, flying local here.
Yeah, it's always difficult to tell, but looks like it's Matthias Grunefeld.
Okay,
Grunefeld.
so we got our next one coming in to
Matthias.
land. 3rd place for the day. He was in with Baptiste for quite a while, but then they just it's like they almost had like an extra boost and just left. But man, look at that. I gotta take a picture of that. This is a beautiful glider coming in with those mountains. I gotta paint that later. Pretty.
Yeah.
Whew.
What a day. That was
Gorgeous.
Summit if you come in super low.
Got a little more headwind than he was expecting coming in.
That's where we're allowed to land, yes?
Yeah, nice push in the LZ right now.
Pilots, lose your height on the upwind side of the Grand-Bornand side of the landing field. It's getting windier.
So we've got our director making sure everybody's going to be landing in good spots. It's very sensitive here. We don't want to upset any of the homeowners more so than they already have been. So making sure we get everybody in the correct landing zone is super important today. And we got a gaggle of like 30 of them, like a wall just coming.
It's
like,
looking amazing.
Whew, what a day.
Oh, what must it be like to be up there? That'd just feel so cool.
I know, to look
You've done
around and just like all these pilots with you just in the scenery, like
75k task, and after 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes.
Yep.
It's crazy fast, isn't it?
You build a bond with people when you're thermaling with them and on glide with them, and
You saw that. Well, you saw the bond there between Luke and Baptiste, and chatting away like they're old buddies.
Yep. I mean, they're all competing together, but yet at the same time, you're all helping each other get to the finish, because the real end is goal. Get to goal.
Oh look, there's a bird.
Yeah.
Even the birds are coming out, thinking, "Hey, this looks good. Well, we want to be a part of this."
That beautiful finish. Look at that scenery.
Is this Matthias? Yeah. Or is it somebody else?
Let's go. Should we go and have a chat with Matthias?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a word with Matthias.
Okay, perfect.
Before this massive gaggle arrives.
Yeah, the gaggle is coming.
Matthias. Matthias?
I'm not from the...
Oh, okay, he's not. No.
Okay, you fooled us.
Yeah, you fooled us.
You have a good flight though?
He is
Okay, so he hasn't landed just yet.
Yeah, he is just. Yeah, sometimes there's a little bit of a lag, but.
Well, we got these two guys neck and neck pushing in.
Yeah, this is. I think this is.
Strong for landing.
Yeah, a little windy. Yeah.
Very windy.
Yeah, part of me was like, I didn't feel like that harness was a advanced enough harness to be at the front of the pack. But
Yeah, yeah.
still
I
a great
know.
harness, but most of these guys are in the submarine style harnesses, those bigger, very aerodynamic ones where they're pretty much zipping themselves into almost like a dive suit.
So as Steve Senior, the meet director, was just explaining a second ago, so the goal, the finish line is above us. So there's a cylinder, it's a 200 meter cylinder, and it's 200 meters high. So if you come in just 50 meters below, it's a negligible.
A small.
You use a small amount, but if you come in like after like 100 meters and
You're
and
going to
stuff,
really get some
yeah,
like
it's
70%.
yeah, you start to hemorrhage points. So as we can see, encouraging people to finish the race up above us, and then they can just gently come into land. But they're probably not going to do that, are they? They're going to be doing like crazy wingovers.
We'll see. I think it depends on people's skills, what kind of they like to finish, but
Yeah.
definitely if they're all on the same level, I like to
Let's-
pull a little bit of some G-forces to separate out some levels if
So
needed.
I'm just looking at the leaderboard. Yeah, it does look like Marco Grunefeld has taken third, and Marcus Sommerfeld is fourth.
Okay. And these guys are doing good. They're being a little more upwind because we do have a little bit of a push coming in right now. So you can find yourselves not making it all the way in if you...
Now, you're a paragliding instructor, so it's kind of textbook stuff, isn't it? You go upwind, push into wind, lose height there. So we should be looking at them all over there.
Yeah,
But-
in theory, they should be maybe on the other side
Yeah.
of the windsock and then taking their downwind leg and using this as the big angle like that. But at the same
lose-
time, some of these gliders have a certain forward speed, so, you know.
Or maybe some pilots didn't listen to the briefing last night.
Yeah, this is true. You know, we might
Do not lose height over the houses.
Yeah, Lucho's
I can
over
hear
there. Lucho's
Lucho.
over there going, no,
What
over
is he
the
doing?
houses.
Not over the houses.
So hopefully this whole next gaggle pushes forward more. And we can see they're barely making it into the main landing zone, but we got a nice finish
So, here we
here
go.
on the feet. Very nice. Making sure he misses
Here
the
we
fence.
are. So look, who are we going to talk to first? Let's go and talk to some pilots.
Drop my water bottle. There we go. We got nice pitch and dive coming in.
Is it Mattis? Oh, you Mattis? Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good flight.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Chasing Baptiste around was a lot of fun.
How did they get so far ahead?
Yeah, there's a moment you were
You know,
there
you were
and
kind
then
of-
they just...
Yeah, I actually took something to eat over the lake, and then all of a sudden they were 100 meters higher, and that made a difference.
Okay.
And then I was just cross country flying by myself from that moment, right?
Yeah,
So
you were
they-
kind of a little lone wolf out there.
Yeah. So I was a bit sad, but I'm happy I came in quite good. I think it was a lot of fun.
And
Good.
conditions like, was it quite rough, or was it?
It was sometimes really rough,
strong
sometimes six
thermals?
up and very bumpy.
Yeah.
But then it's fun that you're there, more people, right?
Yeah.
I quickly turn this one off. Then it's fun, everybody's in it, so it's not really scary. But if you're by yourself and it gets that rough, then it's very scary, right?
Yeah.
So that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
it was a lot of fun. Good day.
Awesome. Yeah, beautiful views.
Yeah.
Nice
Look at this.
flying.
Yeah. I'll get out of the way a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
A lot
Just-
of people coming in.
We got some.
I
Looks
think
like
we
aren't going to
we
make it
should
all
just
the
be
way.
catching all these pilots. Yeah, he's a bit low.
Yeah, just get some footage of them all coming
It's
in.
just fantastic.
Glider down. Yeah, we got busy landing zones.
Let's stand on
It's
this
really
side.
important to land and kill that glider quick so you can clean the airspace
many-
up for the next pilot coming in. But look at this gag we got
2,
coming in. This is
4,
going to be a
6,
little bit of
8,
mayhem.
10, 12, 14. Yeah, 20 pilots cool coming into land.
Oh, we got a yellow submarine there.
Oh,
We all live in a yellow
is it yellow? Is it
submarine.
orange?
We got a yellow one there, orange one's there. So super important that these guys pay attention, get those gliders disabled quickly.
Don't fly over the houses.
Don't fly over the houses if we can. So I think there's going to be a lot of discussions
Someone
for
is
the
just
next
landing.
day.
Oh, don't know where he's going.
There's still some open space over there, so. But yeah, a little chaotic
Ooh.
for a minute here. Eyes, head on a swivel. Beautiful. Gliders down fast.
Wow, it's just incredible actually. Look.
Look at all these people making goal. It is just like it flushed.
No, I think this is one of our guys, isn't it? Please identify yourself. Yeah. Hey. Come over and talk to us, Gaetan. Gaetan, how was it?
It was very good.
We had some cool footage from you in the air. It just looked amazing. We were there watching, thinking, ah, damn, we're down
It was
here.
working well.
You all connected in.
Yes. Like this, it's better to talk. Okay.
Was it cold up there?
Okay. It was a very nice flight.
Yeah.
It was super cool. Yeah, it was flying fast. Sometimes very good thermal.
Yeah.
Sometimes no. But yeah, it was a good flight. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Oh, what's the idea of this? I haven't seen this before.
Yeah.
What's the idea there?
Behind this is if you go low and you get wet,
Yeah.
you don't wet your
sweat-
glove.
Yeah.
And like this, the gloves stay
So
They
you
stay
go
dry.
back
stay
up,
dry,
stay
and
dry.
and this way you are.
Interesting.
It's
Huh,
very
medical.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a small trick to stay warm.
Oh,
It works well. Yes, safe.
really?
Safe. Safe in
So-
goal.
Safe in goal.
Gaetan, have you flown this area before?
No, never.
Ah.
Never, ever.
What-
So happy. The place is nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful
And is
views.
Yeah, the view is nice. When you arrive to Annecy, it's very beautiful, and the way back also is
You
nice.
see Mont Blanc?
No, I don't have time to check Mont Blanc, but I think it's possible to
Yeah.
see Mont Blanc.
Maybe another day.
Maybe another day, yeah, maybe an afternoon flight, but not in camp. It was a nice flight, very nice, very nice.
Cool.
Beautiful.
And the live was working well?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got nice footage of you.
Cool, cool, super
Yeah.
nice.
So thank you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Where are you from?
Switzerland.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's like home.
A
Same.
little different, but same.
Yeah,
Is it-
some part. It's funny the way that some pattern is coming back and back again. You go on the same lee side sheet and then you climb again.
Time again, get back to good again.
And is this your first SRS, or have you done?
No, I have done almost all SRS from last year, Poggio Bustone, so I think it's the 7th SRS.
Okay.
go.
Wow,
Great.
well, some good points today for you.
Yeah, probably yes. I'm happy with my position. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great.
All right, we'll let you get finished up here.
Look, even your shoes are orange. This is great.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there?
you have to go full on, huh?
Yeah, I love it. Orange in the wing. It's wonder what color
Hey.
you like.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Pink, like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And have a
Come
pink
back up in here
submarine.
because I had a knot on the line. I had to top land
Ah.
and start
Oh,
the
so was
lake.
it you who was
Yeah.
asking permission if you could top
yeah,
land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So what's remind me your name?
Matthias
You're Matthias.
Yes.
And
on the
your
Ozone team. Yeah.
yeah. And your second name?
Nambarasco.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So
Matthias.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. Good day.
Yeah. It was a lot of catching up with the guys, and it was super tough, super turbulent in some parts, but
What
happy.
was the tactical decision to Annecy always obvious, or which way did you go?
At the beginning, it was
Yeah.
a bit undecided. A group, part of the team went to the right, and I stick to the left. I follow Ulrich, which is part of the team, and
Yeah.
I think that Baptiste was also
He was on
there, and
Yep.
it was the leading, kind of the shortcut to try to catch up. So it was my only option, anyway, personally.
Yeah.
So we went there, and then everything worked out. It's just catching up, cutting corners,
Yeah.
and as fast as possible, and that was it.
Perfect.
That was it. Now I'm ready to watch Argentina game because I'm from Argentina.
Haha.
So tonight is,
Oh, of
it's a
course.
big day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good luck with that. I hope it's as exciting as the France versus England match last night, where it finished up 6-4.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
So-
a lot of goals.
that's a lot of girls. But yeah, here we are in a different goal, and so yeah, congratulations.
thank you.
And
Yeah, good
Yeah.
flying today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you,
I'm
thank
glad
you.
you got the reset also.
Yeah, I was super frustrated at the beginning, and I was like mentally struggling, and I just trying not to rush myself, trying
Yeah.
to get into thermal and get the rhythm right.
Good job. You did it. You
And
recentered.
finally, long breath and just going, and just I'm
Perfect.
happy. And I haven't been flying for a year and a half, so it's my comeback because I wanted
Okay.
to take a rest year of competitions. And now I come back, and I think I remember how to fly. So it's
Okay,
good.
I think you did too.
good, I think you did.
yeah.
Yep. Tip.
Yeah,
Well
thank-
done, Matthias, and yeah, we'll see you around.
Yeah, see you around.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Perfect.
guys.
Thank you.
Right. Who do you want to talk to next?
He said
You
that
know-
we have a live pilot that just landed, Giangi, to interview.
Okay, let's look at find some. You Sarah? You Sarah? Hi, Sarah. No. Oh, you're Mette. Ah, Mette. How did it go today?
It went well. Yeah, it was a good racing day. Yeah.
How did you like the air? Was it okay for you?
It was okay. At some places it was quite turbulent with the wind, but strong thermals and high cloud base.
Okay.
So very nice.
Very good.
Very good racing day.
Happy with your flying today?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely
yeah, you
happy.
You looked well on the tracker when we watched.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad to hear. It felt
Perfect.
good. So,
Yeah, it keeps points going for you. You're quite high in the SRS points so far, yeah?
I think I'm leading.
Yes, I think so
far.
for the ladies.
Yeah,
Very awesome.
For the ladies, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Only, so I'm.
That's
this
all
is why
that
I'm here,
matters.
It's to defend
Only
my.
the ladies matter.
I don't think they matter
I'm
actually.
just kidding.
This is why I'm here to defend my title actually.
Perfect.
To the podium.
Well, you did well
Good to see
today,
you.
so.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Good luck with all the rest of the comp.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay, I think he said Matthias, or the live pilot just landed. I think it's that one in the blue and white.
Okay. In the gin.
Yeah. I'm just hearing some things in my headphones.
Okay. He's got a.
Giangi, Giovanni, I think.
Yo. Hey. Can we talk to you? Is that Gianvi? How do I?
Cianci,
Gian-
Domiziano.
How do I say
Yeah.
your name?
Domiziano.
Domiziano. You're one of our filmers.
One of our live pilots,
Yeah.
yes?
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
very good.
we got
Thank
some
you.
good footage from you.
Too much wrong word.
No, no.
Okay.
No,
good.
we can edit out the bad words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No one understands them.
And beautiful views. Good flight for you?
Yes, yes.
You enjoyed?
Yes, some mistake at the end, but it's okay.
Yeah. You're here safe. So.
Yes, yes. Very beautiful place.
Yeah,
I like
but-
your mirrors. You like them? The mirrors on your
Yes,
wrist? It's
yes.
really good.
Yes, for
Yeah.
the safe. And for
Make
the
sure that
tactics.
you don't turn into
it's
people
perfect.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, interesting, good. But happy
Yeah.
with your flight? Minus the end.
Now I must to see the tracks.
Yeah, see what you can do different.
Yes,
or-
but I'm happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. You made it to goal, so that's always good.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah,
It's
well-
the first day.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're happy you did live for us today. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
Perfect.
Usually I film with my GoPro.
All right, beautiful.
Thanks.
Yes, we'll let you get all finished up.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, we got
Sure,
some more
we're-
coming in. I like they made a little spot landing over here for people to get to.
Oh, look, someone else has landed there. So we heard the meet director, Steve, getting quite cross with someone who landed in that field. This pilots were specifically told not to land short.
So they might be getting some deductions
I think
for that.
some pilots will be getting penalties.
Because it's very, very sensitive. It's hard to explain sometimes how sensitive things could be.
It would be great to find Sarah Zimmerman. I think she was first female to arrive.
How
Okay,
loud American can I be? Like, Sarah! Sarah Zimmerman! Sometimes I'm the obnoxious American, so I have to tone it down a little.
No. That's what people, you got to, if that's your role, obnoxious Americans, that's fine. Oh, okay.
And we got to slide in safe. Hey, he almost got the spot landing though. But yeah, we got the next big push of them are all coming in.
Yeah.
And hopefully these guys all make the landing zone as well. They're all setting back up a little bit far back again. So like that yellow glider, hopefully you can pitch and dive it in, get some speed.
But absolutely glorious. What a fantastic advert for Grand-Bornand. I mean, just amazing.
So many here.
I'm yet to see, all loads of big smiles. Well, we've got Ulrich Jessup, Mark Janaway's over there. We should go and talk to him as well. Mark was filming. Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Yeah, he was doing live for us. So let's go catch Mark up, check in with him, see how he likes his new glider.
Everything is good everywhere. Happy we just have a Oh yeah, no.
Mark.
But you know with the submarine, sometimes you don't see it, so shouting is okay. Yeah.
Mark, can we talk to you? Mark, can we talk to you?
So can I just speak
Oh,
to
sorry.
Yeah.
So we got a few more pilots coming in to land now, and then we've got our next big gaggle coming in. Some people are using big ear techniques to kind of help come in. And hopefully these guys are all smart enough to put it far enough into the landing zone so we stay safe and keep our meet director happy.
And there are the clever ones who are losing height upwind.
Where they're supposed to be, and then swinging it in and finishing out aircraft style. Aircraft landing approach 101. All right, I think we got a minute with Mark now. All right.
Thanks for all the filming. How did it go? Can you describe the day?
I started off quite slow. I was in the back at the beginning, and then slowly towards like mid-task, I started doing well, got to the front of the gaggle. And then it was just, it got super fun with the leaders pushing out front. So it was nice. Messed up towards the end a little bit. I was coming in and I was a bit lower than the rest of the pack. I got behind the ridge and I got really flushed. So then came into goal maybe 20 meters height. It was super low. I'll lose a few points on that, but
sometimes you can't do anything about it, right?
it was still super fun. So
nice. Yeah. What would you say was some of your best parts of the flight? What was like your favorite part?
Going over the lake at Annecy.
Yeah.
That was super beautiful.
Have you flown at Annecy before?
I've flown at Annecy, but not XC. So it's
different view from higher.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Cool.
Wow.
Very nice. And you're on the new BGD, yeah?
The Tigre.
How are you liking that? You've done one race on it so far?
I've done 3.
Okay, nice.
No, it's super nice. Like performance-wise, it's keeping up with the rest, and handling's amazing.
Very nice.
Also, it's lightweight, so I've done some vol biv on it. And it's just like super versatile wing. Really
Very nice. Yeah, we got some really nice live footage from you out there, so thanks for doing that.
What would you say was the most challenging part of the day? Were there any real sort of technical cruxes?
Not really. I think everything flowed pretty smoothly today. There wasn't. I mean, the beginning before the start, it was a bit tricky getting up, and I took off maybe 15 minutes before the start, so not ideal. That's why I got left behind a bit, but otherwise it was pretty smooth.
Did you feel like the day just kept progressing, getting better as you guys were flying?
Yeah,
That's awesome. Anytime too much wind up there, or it felt pretty okay?
Not really, other than the last part coming into goal.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool, killer flight today. Yeah. We got our next round of pilots all coming in.
Now I would look at the results and tell you who's in and who's still out there, but everything's overheated. So
Yeah, we're at technology maximum right now, so. But beautiful scenery coming in. Looks like this chunk will finish landing, and then we got a little bit of time for the next gaggle.
In the mix, we've got a tandem pilot. So not all of these are competitors.
Yes, this is true. But that tandem is getting quite the view coming in with all these pilots. Oh, nice jump. Oh, we have a pilot that's injured.
Yeah, well, let's not see. So that's,
Looks like we had a little bit of a hard landing there, so we'll get that pilot taken care of. Tandem's landing beautifully in the mix of it all. That's why they're the professionals. And he put it in the landing zone too.
yeah. I'm just so inspired to
All
fly
right.
here, actually. I just think,
It's
to have
so-
done that. But they do make it look easy. You know,
Yeah.
when you talk to these pilots, oh yeah, everything's working. And,
Yeah.
so-
And we've got JJ, one of the Paragliding Live pilots, coming in to land here soon. And heads up. It's a tight landing zone, so it's not everybody's used to landing in such a tight little zone. It's, for some of us, we think this is a large landing zone,
it
but
must remind you, you spend a lot of time in a Ludinez.
yeah,
you
but
know.
for some people, this is a small landing zone, and with these gliders with a lot of glide, can be a little extra challenge for them. So, but we do have JJ coming in here soon. I'm trying to remember what glider he's in, about 2 minutes out. So once he lands, we'll get
Get the lowdown from JJ.
Yeah, 'cause-
JJ is our aerial reporter.
Yeah, he said it got cold. We saw him putting on a second pair of gloves in the
I
sky.
really like that idea because I suffer from cold hands, like
Yeah.
really badly. I don't know whether it's cold hands or it's circulation issues.
Yeah, having them up and
it may be a bit of both, but yeah, the idea of having like medical gloves on.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I just go full
just putting a
princess
barrier.
mode. I have heated gloves. I just
thing
like
is-
turn them on.
Yeah. I'm not convinced by that idea of the medical gloves because if your hands do sweat, they're going to get really clammy.
Yeah, but I guess the layer
The latex stuff.
separates them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the idea is kind of like it keeps the sweat from soaking into the glove, and then the glove itself stays warm because it doesn't get wet. So would be, I think, the idea.
So how big an effect do you think like a good day today has had on the mindset of pilots? You'd just be so. It's a great way to start a comp thinking you've banked a great flying day, so you're happy. If you've only got limited flying time, sometimes you can go to these comps and the first 3 days are not flyable.
Yeah.
So to bank a good flying day, you're happy. It just means you can go into the contest the rest of the week a little bit more. Maybe you can just enjoy yourself or work on things or push yourself in different ways.
Yeah, I think for anybody who hasn't flown here before, like this was a breathtaking flight. So somebody's paid a lot of money to be here, taken off of work, like this makes probably it worth it. But then our next challenge is going to be, can people stay positive on the next days? Because now it's set the tone, like we want this every day now. And then if we don't, then it's like, then it's going to be a challenge for everyone to stay positive.
Or they may be wanting to be a little bit more competitive tomorrow. They're like, okay, now I need to dial my systems or...
Yep, so that's where the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. So you gotta
I love that phrase.
Gotta let every day be its own day, and each day you can't compare to the day before, and you just have to take each day for what it's worth.
There's an interesting thing that Kriegel Maurer often says is, you'd ask him with him, he's got so much knowledge of the Alps and every different valley, and he would say that he tries to sort of zero his brain, like reset, do like a factory reset, because if you go into a valley with prior knowledge and experience, that may not help you because the conditions are always different.
You have to be an empty canvas to be able to absorb the knowledge and then make the decisions on facts, right?
You need to be a potato.
Yeah, be a potato.
Be a potato. And if you have no idea why I'm saying
Is it potato or potato?
What do you guys say?
Potato.
You do say potato.
Yeah. But I might say potato from now on.
No, we don't say potato. Tomato.
Tomato.
But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm saying potato, scroll back a bit. We're talking about the strategy that Baptiste Lambert often visualizes himself as a potato.
Just calm, relaxed.
Just devoid of any emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Feel what needs to be felt.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got a few more pilots coming in the next round. Hopefully they go and set up on the right side of the field here, like some of these guys have been doing. And I'm not sure, I didn't spot JJ yet, but I can't remember which wing he had. I know he had the BGD sleeves on, so that might be him that just landed, JJ. Because I think he had.
Otherwise, just how great is it just to soak up the atmosphere? Here we are, traditional Savoyard France, all these little rustic wooden chalets.
Yeah. So my question here, so in the US, there's beer goals, goal beers, and there'll be a cooler, like the retrieve drivers bring a cooler and everyone's cracking beers and drinking beers. I don't see any beers, so that must be an American thing.
Yeah.
The beer goals.
No, I don't think so, but I think that'd be a good rule to introduce here.
Yeah. But I guess we got to get everyone back home still. But yeah, beer goals, maybe that's something we can bring over to the this over here.
Look, should we talk to Baptiste's dad?
Yeah.
Why don't we? He's over here. Look. Can we speak with you? You speak English, a little English?
Oh, very bad.
Very bad.
Really?
No, I'm sure you're okay. You have a good day today?
Yes, I lose one moment. I'm very late, and finally we have the good second part of the task, and I back, I think, 12. But one moment, I think it's a catastrophe day.
But you finished at 12th?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, this is good for the team, for you and Baptiste.
Yeah, your son, #1 today.
Yeah, it's a life. Huh? Now my son is really good, and it's very difficult to follow. Huh?
Yeah. I have a question. What did you put in his breakfast, every morning to make him such a good pilot?
For me? Or?
What'd you feed him?
What did you feed Baptiste when he was a
Baptiste, standard, he likes croissant.
Oh, so croissant is the way.
Chocolat and croissant.
Pain chocolat.
What made him such a good pilot? You got him flying from a really young age?
No, he began in Réunion Island, because before we live in Réunion Island, and he start not really fly and small flying in 10 years, and after he go to in Morocco long time, and in Morocco you have no limit. You can start when you want. You have no limit.
Okay. Réunion is a good place to fly?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We have three
World Cup. Big ridge line, isn't it? Where the Diagonal de Fou runs, isn't it?
No, it's the island is 100 kilometers by 100 kilometers, and it's a really good place for competing. And but the condition is really different.
Yeah.
And the thermal is smooth, and it's many strategy.
Yeah, and I guess the sea breeze coming everywhere.
No, we have the lee side. We fly in the lee side.
Okay.
And we have the big acceleration of the wind up, and when we go up the wind, but the lee side you have no wind. But because the mountain is very big, it's 3,000.
It makes a nice shadow.
Yeah. I've been there once. Nice island, very beautiful. Anyway, we'll see you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
points
Good
for
day.
the team today. Yes. All right. So we can see all the pilots folding up. Most of them have these bags that they fold them into. It helps keep them safer, keeps the leading edge and the stiffeners in there in a good order.
I hate packing. I suck at it.
Yeah,
if packing was a sport.
I agree. I'm a stuff bag girl. I just throw it in a bag and cinch it up, but like in Colombia and Mexico, like all the little children come out for some pesos. So where are the French children for some euros?
Oh yeah.
They could be making some cashola today.
They could.
But yeah, the folding bags definitely help them keep these gliders in really nice order, keep them good, and it makes it easy to pack. And if there's wind, super simple. But you got to bend over. The back hurts after flying. Should be a special button, like Jetsons.
Put it all together. Good. Well,
we've got still a few more people coming in. Some of the little further back people, but solid, super solid. They made it work.
I got there first. I think it's a good option. I change
One of ours off. Is one of our mics not working?
Had to. It was fucking freezing.
Yeah. Would you wish you wore more jacket, or was the arms okay?
Well, yeah, probably a bit more jacket would have been good. Yeah,
Yeah.
thicker arms because it was fucking freezing at 3,000. It was like, I think it was also forecasted to like 2 degrees almost only.
Yeah.
So it was yeah, it was cold.
But you weren't cold the whole flight. Towards second half or all the flight when you were cold?
Almost every time we got to cloud base.
Okay.
When you're like touching the clouds, you're like, oh yeah, oh shit, circling and
Wake
everything.
him up, wake him up.
Yeah, wake him up. Damn, did it work a little bit? I couldn't
No,
check
we
in
saw.
too much.
Yeah, we saw. It was really good. So, and then like
Nice.
you were, I think you were on glide in a 5-meter lift.
Yeah, it
on
was just
bar.
going up.
It was just lifty everywhere.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just pushing upwards. Yeah, but the guys really raced well. I mean, nobody saw Baptiste. I didn't see Baptiste.
They were in the front of the pack, and then they just went, and they just left everyone in the dust.
Yeah, I just saw Luke, who was behind him, but like Baptiste must have been so low.
They pretty much came in like neck and neck, like almost.
Yeah.
But Baptiste took the win.
took the
so
lead.
and then the lead points as well today.
Gorgeous. It was
So-
awesome to see. Like you have those two in the front, and then I waited for like 3 minutes, just chilling and waiting for the others to come by. Like the advantage
So you
was
had
so big.
somebody to work with.
Yeah. I was like really like, okay, come in, I'm waiting here.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But good conditions, but you really need to want to be on the right side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Because still there was some wind, some alpine pumping, and even on top of the ridges was flushing over, so you had quite nasty lee sides.
Yes, not so enjoyable lee side.
Yeah, and I was following some tracks from Gatin, and they really went into that lee side.
They went committed.
And as a gaggle, you're quick. You find the core quick and you go. But I was like all my own. I was like, fuck.
Like,
There's
not
no
where I
fun
wanna
here
be.
with other people. So I really got some collapses and everything. So was happy to get out of there.
Yeah.
And then on club base, it was great. It was great racing there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Was it a nice finish all the way into the finish line? Or
Yeah, I mean,
did
the
you have
ridge
to
running
work?
was quite nice. Some people really got very low. I also was like, well, let's try. And so I had to scratch myself out of it. The people who made with a good 3 or plus thermal made the height and made the ridge running like over on the top and under the cloud. That was the best.
Perfect, yeah.
And they really made a good move there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coming in back here was a bit tricky because it wasn't obviously like I did a little thermal here and was pushed towards this side of the mountains, and normally you would expect it on that side, and everybody kind of scraped along here. Also Mark Dunaway, we saw him scraping along here, and also Helena, she tried it, but it didn't really work. So it was tricky to come in on the final glide here if you didn't have the spare height.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But how beautiful was it to fly with those mountains?
It was beautiful. It's really awesome. It seemed like the lake of Annecy and then the Lake Geneva in the back. It's really beautiful.
Cool. Could you see Mont Blanc at all?
I didn't
Or did
look
you
for it.
I asked everyone, but they said they were so focused on this terrain that they
Yeah.
forgot to even look.
And you're kind of blocked by the thick clouds.
Okay.
I think
So some of the visibility.
you just see the base of it, but
Okay.
not the whole stuff.
So maybe another day.
Yeah, tomorrow maybe.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Nice.
And you guys, you're good?
We're good, yeah.
We've had a great day, and so another day.
It
I
was
think.
exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like hopefully people were as excited as we were.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying watching this live feed. So we'll be back again tomorrow and for the rest of this week. And I think it's a good point to leave it, don't you?
I think so.
I think we've got most of
a few still making their way
a
in.
few stragglers.
But
You can still see on SRS. Live, but watching this live.
quick shout out to the organizers, to the club here doing all this stuff, and also to Marco and whole Paragliding Live team to making it possible. If you can, donate a little bit, because we're like now in the startup phase, you know, we really depend on your help, on your subscribes, likes, everything. So put it out there, send it to your granny so she can watch also the rest of the week.
Yeah, hit
Thank
that
you,
share button, like it.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Tuning out. Have a good one.